Today we're going to be talking about the Brazilian Lamborghini, the Hofstetter. You know, for us car guys, it always starts at some point. At some point, you catch the bug and you're hooked. You love automotive. For some, it's somebody's crazy uncle with a 911. For others, it's a cool little Matchbox or Hot Wheels car that they got when they were just 6 years old. For Mario Hofstetter, it all started when he saw a concept car at the 1968 Motor Show in Paris by a famous Italian design studio. When the preteen saw the Breton Carrabo with its bold wedge-shaped design, he intuited the realization of his dream would be to build a sports car. His dream car would certainly have those seductive lines. At the age of 15, with the car already in his imagination, a huge bombshell dropped on him. At the 1971 Geneva Car Show, Giugiaro Giugiaro presented the Maserati Boomerang. Another concept of the following year, in 1972, ended up becoming the Maserati Bora. But the Boomerang was so innovative that it generated details and basic lines of future projects that became great successes in the global automotive industry. The Boomerang was indeed a very rich car and led Mario to merge lines of the Bertone and Giorgetto's cars into his design. And in '73, together with a friend, he began to build the body of his dream car using fiberglass, of course. After a grip load of work in 1975, Mario's little dream design was released from its mold. Because Mario was still a young man doing his academics, he really didn't have much time to progress and build this car. The process was tartaruga, very slow. When Old Man Hofstetter's friends saw the prototype, they were pretty smitten by it. They offered up the money to make a full-on prototype, to make a full-on production car. He advised his son to keep it in the family. In this time, the first Hofstetter was given a tubular chassis, which the rear part used the front suspension of the VW Passat. The engine, it was a MD 270 1.6 liter, and it was mated to a 4-speed gearbox. And all of this came from the Passat. For better weight distribution, engine was arranged longitudinal. The front suspension came from the Chevrolet Chevette, including the front brakes. The rear brakes were that of the front brakes from the Passat. The prototype evolved and began to use a 1.8 alcohol engine from the Gold GT Little Hot Hatch. Since the approximate 100 horsepower of the 1800 VW engine seemed insignificant for the Hofstetter's bold lines, Mario decided to add a turbocharge to the final model.
Yeah, baby! Yeah.
And this would be the one sold to the public. Thus, the assembly began to deliver approximately 140 horsepower, which gave the sports car reasonable performance for the times. You know, 1970s, 140 horsepower, that was pretty good. 1969, 1972, the Porsche 914 was only making 100 horsepower. The Hofstetter could break speeds of 120 miles an hour, and the 0 to 60 was at 9 seconds. Yeah, pretty good. The car also was designed with the greatest feature ever, pop-up headlights. Yes! And the instrument panel was digital. Digital for 1970s. Cool. It was really a novelty for the time. Since there were no windows for this vehicle to open up, the AC automatically clicked on as soon as you turned on the car, and you could adjust the temperature in there, so that was really cool. But this led to problems down the road because, you know, down here you always have to pay tolls. So you had to pop up the door anytime you needed to pay a toll. So eventually they put in a little sliding glass little window right there, a little plexiglass window to slide open like race cars. Some improvements were introduced over time. At the 14th Automotive Show in 1986, the car gained wider door openings and an automatic transmission was offered. The following year, a big old large spoiler was given to the rear. And at the 15th Motor Show, it got a new 2.0-liter motor from the Santana, equipped with a turbocharger. Nice. Now we're talking. Allowing it to reach 210 HP. 210, yeah. With all this power, you can reach speeds up to 143 miles per hour. This is 1973 something. This is awesome for Brazil. There was nothing else like it down here. The car was already manufactured by Techno Design, Mechanica Industria e Commercial as the Hofstetter Cortada model, a reference to the surname of the company's new owner. Got bought out somewhere along the line. 1993, the 19th unit was awaiting a buyer. Apparently, this was the last Hofstetter produced. How sad. Mario Hofstetter, to this day, proudly owns the first Hofstetter, the one with the Division 4 chassis, and the penultimate unit produced, number 17, altogether stored safely in his garage. The Hofstetter is one of those cars that are just so cool. They're a young boy's dream. You know, these cars have that young energy to them, that creativity. Do you guys ever think about designing your own car? If you do, please tell me down in the word box. I want to know what you think about. What do you want to develop yourself? Please subscribe. Please be a part of this. Help this channel grow to 3,000 and beyond. And we will do some cool builds together, I promise you. But like I always say, I'll see you on the flip side. Até o próximo. Ciao, ciao.
Homer, I don't want you driving around in a car you built yourself.
Marge, you can stand there finding fault, or you can knit me some seatbelts.
Sorry.